In this video we will be printing this pattern in 4 or more ways from basic to advanced. Okay, fire up your favorite IDE and let's call it method 1. We will be using 2 loops the most basic way. One is for the rows and the inner loop will be for the columns. So just first of all type 2 loops here. For in range we will be putting the values of range afterwards. Just a sec. And we will be using a print statement here. So let's understand how we are going to print this pattern. Outer loop is for the rows, inner loop is for the columns. So in the inner loop we have the same values for each column and they are decrementing by rows from 5 to 1. So you can see that the values of rows are changing, not the columns. So in the print statement we will be using the value of the outer loop, that is I. So far so good. And the value of I mean to say that the value of the row is changing from 5 to 1. So we will start from 5 and will be going to 1, but this value is not included. So we are going to type here 0. So the loop will go from 5 to 1 because 0 is not included. So more than 1 will be there. Okay. As we are moving in the descending direction, so in the third value we are going to use -1, which indicates the number of steps. So after 5 the next value will be 5 minus 1, that is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and 0 is not included. Okay. So this is the starting value, this is the end value which is not included, and this is the step size. Okay. And in the inner loop we have to run the inner loop 5 times because we have 5 columns. Okay. So we will be just starting from 1 to 6, where 6 is non-inclusive. Now let's come to the print statement. We will be printing I comma end equals a space in single quotes to separate these values in the columns by one single space. Press enter, come to the indentation level of this, and now print carriage return, so that we have next line after running this loop. Because of this end we will not be having next line, so we just use this print statement here, and if we execute it we have the required pattern, isn't it? Yes, of course. Now in method 2 we will reduce this number of loops into 1. Let's take a variable I to start from 5 because we want to print 5 in the first row. So we started from 5 and let the while loop run until I is greater than 0. 0 is not included, greater than 0 means until I equals 1. And here we will print the value of I 5 times. So if we do this, I star 5, it's gonna just multiply I into 5. So we will convert this I into str, then add a space and make sure you have the number of parentheses in correct order. Okay. And decrement the value of I here from 5 to 0 when the loop exits or terminates, and execute this. Now we have the required pattern. What if we don't want to use this long statement? Just copy it from here. Let's call it method third, paste it, and instead of using this integer to str conversion, we will be formatting our string by using this, and in the curly braces type your variable, give a space after curly braces so that you have a space in between these columns. Okay, and just print it, and here you have the required pattern. This is a way to format the string when we want to use the variable directly and we want to avoid this str conversion, I mean integer to str conversion. Okay. Now in the method 4, we will be reducing this 4 lines code into just 2 lines by using a for loop. For I in range, the range will be starting from 5 to 0, that is non-inclusive, and the step size is -1, as we did in the first method, you remember here. Okay, and now we will be using this same statement here. So it's just a conversion of this while loop into the for loop, and if we execute this, we have the final required pattern. So now we have reduced the 2 loops and 4 lines code into just 2 lines of code and 1 single loop. So our efficiency has increased, the execution time has also decreased with decreasing the number of lines of code. Please subscribe to support PyProTricks, and that's it for now.
Thank you for watching. Now it's time to discover more. Simply click on the screen to subscribe to our channel and watch another video to discover more.